The state government looks set to face twin by-elections with Senior Minister Kevin Foley following the Premier Mike Rann into political retirement. The former Deputy Premier and Treasurer will quit the ministry on October the 20th, the same day as Mr Rann. Mr Foley denies he was pushed, but admits serving under the new Premier, Jay Weatherill, would be unworkable. Political reporter Nick Harmson has more.
A tumultuous ride finally drawing to an end.
I'm tired. I haven't got the energy to continue as a minister.
With Olympic Dam negotiations drawing to a close, it's curtains for Kevin Foley.
I would expect to leave Parliament, before Christmas.
The former Deputy Premier and Treasurer will leave the ministry on the same day as his boss. Mr Foley denies he was pushed like Mr Rann, but he does admit serving under the new Premier, a long-time rival, would be unworkable.
There's no secret that from time to time Jay Weatherill and I have had disagreements.
Last week, while on overseas business, Mr Foley accused Mr Weatherill of stalking the leadership and gave a blunt assessment of his own legacy.
We are two different people, and I shouldn't have said what I said, and I apologise to Jay. It was very gratuitous of me and very self-indulgent, as I've tended to be from time to time.
In a statement, Mr Weatherill said their differences were not personal and wished Mr Foley the best.
Just confirms that Kevin Foley wanted to jump before he was pushed.
Kevin Foley held back tears as he recounted a career of electoral highs and crushing physical blows, a victim of 2 alleged assaults and what he says is unfair scrutiny.
The insinuations and the accusations and the gossip and the downright lies that that have been put out there in the public domain hit me pretty hard.
Mr Foley is likely to be called as a witness at his alleged attacker's trial before he quits as police minister. But after 18 years of seeking the political centre stage, he says he's ready to exit the spotlight.
I've got to get over the fact that I'm no longer the Deputy Premier and Treasurer.
A new career beckons outside politics and perhaps outside the state.
See you all soon.
Nick Harmson, ABC News, Adelaide.
For more on this story, Nick Harmson joins us live from State Parliament. Nick, what does Kevin Foley's departure mean for the government?
Well, Anita, it means it'll soon be election campaign season again. We're likely to see a couple of by-elections in Kevin Foley's seat of Port Adelaide and Mike Rann's seat of Ramsay. Mr Foley says he'll leave politics before Christmas, so that tends to suggest we'll perhaps see elections on the same day early in the new year. Now, by-elections are always risky for governments. This current Labor government has a 3-seat majority in Parliament, and it would expect to retain Mike Rann's seat, which is quite safe at 18%. But Kevin Foley's seat is a different matter. Labor currently holds it by 12.5%, and the party is worried an independent could snatch it, given the current polling of the party. Already, the Port Adelaide Mayor, Gary Johansson, has indicated that he will be running for that seat, and the Liberal Party could assist him if they choose not to run a candidate there. Now, Mr Foley's departure also opens up another spot in Cabinet, which will be owned by Labor's right faction. The next cabs off the rank, if you like, in terms of promotion in the right faction, MPs Chloe Fox and Lisa Vlahos. So we may see one or perhaps both of those two elevated to the new Cabinet. Anita.